you, Randy, and thank you all. Thank you all. By unlocking the power of American agriculture and American energy, we are fueling a roaring economy, and that's what you're doing. Thank you. Fantastic job. America is now the hottest economy anywhere on Earth. We have the #1 economy and acknowledged on Earth. Unemployment is at the lowest level in over 51 years, soon to be broken. We'll break that record shortly. Since the election, we've created nearly 6 million jobs. And frankly, if I would have said that during the election, the fake news media would not have believed it. They would not. They would not have found that acceptable. If I ever used that number, they would have said there's no way. Nearly 900,000 fewer Americans rely on part-time work right now because they have full-time jobs. And you've heard me say this before, and I'm very proud of it. African American, Asian American, Hispanic American unemployment have all reached their lowest levels in recorded history in this country. Wages are growing, and they are growing at the fastest rate for, this is something so wonderful, for blue-collar workers. The biggest percentage increase, blue-collar workers. And over the next 3 months, companies are expected to hire workers at the fastest pace in more than a decade, with the greatest gains for workers right here in the Midwest. We have the #1 location for gain. You know that. Past administrations did nothing while the farm income declined. In the last 2 years of the previous administration, farm income plummeted by more than $30 billion, and agricultural exports dropped by over $22 billion. Did you know that? Did you know that? You'll be hearing it a lot over the next little while. That's not a good number. But we are turning it all around, and we've turned it all around, and wait till you see the real numbers start coming in when it all comes together. Somebody had to do it. You knew we had to do it. We couldn't take it any longer. Nations all over the world were ripping off the United States like never, ever before, whether it's China or so many others that I won't mention, including our allies. Sometimes our allies did a better job of it than the enemies. But we're changing it all around, and you see it already. And you see it by the kind of numbers that I'm talking about. By the end of this year, farm incomes are projected to rise by more than $10 billion from the day I was elected. And under my administration, we will always protect and defend our great American patriot farmer. Always. Thank you very much. We're reversing decades of failed trade policies, opening up new markets, and fighting to give our farmers the fair and level playing field they deserve. You never had a fair playing field for the last 15 to 20 years. You were taken advantage of by stupidity, by incompetence, by people that don't care. Who knows? You were really treated very badly. But you're not being treated badly anymore. You see what's happening. The brand, that's right there. And every day we're working to deliver. We know that our nation was founded by farmers. Our independence was won by farmers. Our continent was settled by farmers. Our armies have been fed by farmers and made of farmers. Our armies were made of farmers. And throughout our history, farmers have always led the way. They're our special people. Just a few days ago, throughout our history, America's farmers have always been there to keep our country strong and independent and free. And that is why every day of my presidency, we will never stop fighting for our farmers or for our country and for our great American flag. Never stop. Because we know that farm country is God's country. Thank you all for our nation's farmers. May God bless you, and may God bless America. Thank you very much, everybody.